here at AMA 2025. We're in National Harbor. Forgot where I was for a second. Thought I was back in Vegas for last year. And I'm with Joel Goodman from Squiz. Joel, new to Squiz?
2 months.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Give us a bit of background of where you were before Squiz.
Yeah, I owned an agency called Bravery Media for 13 years and started talking with Squiz about the platform. Loved it. Started meeting the people. Figured out how we could partner beyond just a typical partnership. And yeah, now I'm heading up growth for the platform.
So tell us about the platform. What exactly do you like about the platform? What do you think that the key killer aspects are, I guess?
So we've had the best search in the industry with Funnelback for years and years, decade plus, especially in the States. A lot of institutions use it. The digital experience platform in particular, which encompasses tons of things. There's content management, of course, but there's also a customer data platform within there, ties in the search platform. We have AI conversational search on top of that. I've been kind of impressed by how it's just this toolkit that lets higher ed marketers do all the things that they're supposed to be doing with their website without having to tie 6 or 7 different products together. So that's the thing that I think is most important for this industry. It's helping all these marketers that are overworked, that have fewer people with them, have fewer resources, no money, do effective marketing with their websites without having to be a developer or have developers on staff.
Quick question about Funnelback. I think stats something like 90% of students that enroll with you use your site search functionality.
Yeah.
For me, it's now the killer user experience within a website.
Yeah.
How is generative AI impacting the Funnelback product? Because Funnelback was the market leader, still is.
Yeah.
But obviously technology's moving fast. What's some insight?
Yeah. So with the AI conversational search layer that we put on top of Funnelback, we're kind of approaching this differently. And it leads into answer your question, but we start with the Funnelback index, which is already the best. And then the AI, the LLM on top of that is basically creating a slice of content from that particular index. So when we bring answers back, we're only sourcing from the contents on the website. We're not bringing in anything from other places. On the back end with the tools, we get a full auditing view of that content as well. So when you see a query that someone's asking the AI on the website, it'll show up in the back end alongside the answer that came from it, or that it came up with, along with where it sourced that content. And so as you're thinking about generative engine optimization or AIO, whatever we're talking about at this point, you have a sense of what the models are going to be generating based on the content that you have. And so you can then work to upgrade the content within your site, make it better, make it more readable, improve the user experience, all the things that are making you show up in those indexes on the other search sites. You just make that content better with it. So that's the thing that's really interesting with, it's the thing that I get excited about. Like generative AI to me is fine. Like the Squiz probably doesn't want me to say that. And the generative side's fine. What's interesting to me is when we can use large language models and AI to look across all the content that we have and improve the work that we're doing.
Okay, the concept, you mentioned DXP.
Yeah.
Most higher ed institutions say we're building a website.
Yeah.
Give us what a DXP is.
Yeah, it stands for Digital Experience Platform. I believe it was coined by Gartner. So it's one of those like very corporate enterprise-y terms. It's basically a CMS plus. And so we're tying together all of these marketing functions into one toolkit. So like where with a typical CMS, you get content editing, be able to click into your page, manage pages and content, update it. You can do that, but you also have personalization tools built right in. You have search tools built right in. You have A/B testing built right in. And it enables anyone to be able to just run tests, run personalization, integrate with CRMs, integrate with SISs, any of those other technologies that you have in your MarTech stack or beyond your MarTech stack into that website. You really can't do that with a CMS unless you put a lot of custom development work into tying together multiple products.
Personalization. I guess one of the challenges is identifying the user. Because you need first party data, or you need to recognize them.
Yeah.
How does the system recognize to actually personal?
So all of this stuff goes back to having sound marketing operations set up. So like if you haven't segmented who your target audiences are, it's not gonna work. You can't personalize for everyone. You have to personalize for prospective students, and it might be international students versus someone that's in region or someone that's out of state. So you first need to define all those segments that you have. And then within the DXP's customer data platform, you can mark those segments, put a little description in it. So then as you go into edit content, we give you an interface to be able to say, okay, I want to start personalizing this content, select the segment that you want, swaps out, change your text, put a different image in, whatever it is that you need to do. Select another segment, you can do the same thing. So you can start specializing. It's taking all the more technical side of piping all that data through, abstracting it so it's really easy for a person that doesn't want to deal with it to be able to actually get up and running the presentation. Right
and with a sort of a DXP compared to like K for a website, like I would say a website's would convert 1-2%.
Right.
Do you have data points that you think, hey, this is going to push that needle?
I think it does. I think is what I've seen once you can start to use smart personalization around. So like segmentation is kind of basic, it's like using the first name before you have it. It's very simple. I think where it gets really interesting is when you can start piping in your CRM data. So you have more information about who is moving around your site, what they're clicking on, what they're interested in. And so when you start thinking about it from a strategic standpoint, you're building content and journeys that are customized particularly to that person. So when you can fully automate and customize a journey, your conversion rate optimization prospects go sky high because you're no longer just looking at like the color of a button or is this form in the right place? You know where to put the form because you know at what stage in the journey that person's at. So it takes marketing strategy and thought and process to put that in place. But it's really difficult to do if you don't have the tools in the first place. So this is trying to connect those dots. And yeah, I mean, the prospects for improving conversion rate by really personalizing that down to that person, it's the right content, the right time, in the right place, all of that stuff. That's kind of the golden ticket.
Fantastic. How have you enjoyed moving from agency to platform?
Truthfully, it's been hard, but it's like I really like it. It's definitely a change going from knowing everything, like owning an agency and knowing everything and making all the decisions to kind of operating as sort of an internal consultant and also being a part of a bigger group and working with a lot more people. So there's, for me personally, an adjustment because 13 years on my own was a long time. But I really like the tech, and that was the main thing. And the second best thing is that everyone company is great. And so we have a lot of good ideas that we kind of ground into how we can create more supportive tools for the industry.
I totally agree with you. Doing with Squiz, check it out. Market leader in Australia, big footprint in Europe, breaking into the US. Tech's really good. So yeah, check it out. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.